everyone. This is Claudia Bisso-Fetzer from Diversity and Inclusion Department, and I am the College Prep Program Coordinator. And also, I am a psychologist and I teach social science here at COCC. And one of my hobbies is cooking. I come from a blended family, Peruvian, South American, what you can see now on your screen. That's Peru, South America. Um, the red part, what you see, is overlooking the Pacific Ocean. And my dad's family is from Italy, so I grew up uh, watching my parents in the kitchen cooking Peruvian food and Italian food from La Liguria, northern part of Italy. But today is not about Italian food. Today, in this month, we're going to celebrate here Latino heritage. And we came out with this idea. First of all, I'm not a chef, but I like cooking. And one of the dishes that I want to share with you that is very, very easy, and I think after this demonstration or the demo, you can go ahead if you have the time, get the ingredients, and then have it ready for lunch. Because that's what usually this was scheduled to do this at this time. Because in Lima and Peru during summertime, actually we eat ceviche pretty much all year long. Lima is by the coast, sea level, like San Francisco Bay Area, kind of like this. And we just during the summer we go to the beach where I grew up, and stayed long hours in the water in the ocean, and then it comes 11 o'clock, 11:30, noon, lunchtime. So we just enjoy with some seafood. We have different types of how to prepare seafood. What I'm going to present today is how I grew up in Lima. We have, if you see the tippy top of the red dot, that's really close. We're close with frontier border with Ecuador. So the ceviche over there, it's different than in Lima. And it's different from the south of Peru. Like you go to the bottom of your screen, and that will we have border with Chile. So we have different types of presentation, preparation, and different types of type of fish. North part, they use a lot of black clams or conchas negras. And this time I'm going to use for ceviche mixto, different two types of fish and some shrimp, clams, and scallops. Um, Obviously, here we don't have all the ingredients here, but I'm going to try to make something similar like we prepare in Lima. Another thing that I want, so Evelia is helping me with the chat. If you have some questions, please go ahead and you can type over there and I will do my best to answer. Again, this is my first time doing this, so I don't know, answering questions. Maybe Evelia can talk to me, and I'm going to try to do cooking and answering questions at the same time. All right, so it's, as I said, it's very easy. I just want you to watch this only one or 2 minutes video for you to have an idea. What is Lima? What is Peru? We have, as I say, diversity of fish, different type of fish, but also we have traditions that we practice a different time during the year. So let me go ahead and, we have all the red line that you see is pretty much sand. So we have sand dunes along the coast. And that's where we also have big plantations for vegetables. And our sea brings us different types of fish. Delicious, by the way. So let me see if I can go to the press. Oh, and then by the way, I don't wear my mask here right now because I am the only one here at the culinary school that we're here. They gently lent us this demo classroom. Thank you, Evelia, for the organization. And I am here by myself, so I am allowed to, for this time, to remove my mask and do this demo class for all of you. Hope you enjoy. Okay, let's see. It's the volume is mute because all this video is in Spanish, and I will try to relate what we are um, seeing. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Um, so it's showing pretty much our states. That's Lima. As you can see, we're very, very like a sea level. Let me see if I can get my reading glasses. And that's what I was talking. Dunes, lots of plantations of lettuce. That's one of our traditions. Now in October, people go in Lima. It's a very Catholic country, and that's the devotion or your yeah, how you connect with your religion. This is also part of, not so often right now because they're, you know, protests, but that's what we have, those horses. And south of Lima, we have the kind of like a celebrations of the grape that we do, the pisco, a famous dish, drink from Lima. That's also part, we have African influence in the colonial times, and that's part of the dishes that we're not going to prepare this, but this is, I'm going to stay here. That's the ceviche mixto. I'm going to try to make this for you, and I hope you enjoy. So let me just now stop sharing the screen and we can be okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you what I have here. Ceviche also is a Spanish word that is a mix that is the raw fish with cooked with lemon. And we have different ingredients that we add to this mix of the fish with the lemon. So here I have some cilantro. We have for our recipe, I cut already celery that we're going to use. I really like to add some garlic. We have also the stem of little pieces of celery as well. Obviously, we really like onions in Peru, and we have also red onion. We accompany this in Peru with a really big corn kernel. So that's what we got here. So I got a little bit. Sweet potato is a really good complement for the seafood because seafood is a spicy dish. And with the sweetness, it's a really nice to your palate when you combine both. We have some lettuce here, fresh lettuce that now is drying. And just to, for safety reasons, I have here some clams, shrimp, scallops already pre-cooked, really just to make sure. Usually it's raw, but I like to play safe and to, you know, pre-cook. And then I'm going to bring the fish that is fresh in the fridge. I got halibut and rockfish. All of them at the store, they told me that that was just fresh. I went this morning, kind of like 6 o'clock in the morning to get fresh fish. Just coming, arrived this morning, I think at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to use two cutting boards. The white wine I'm going to use for the fish, and I have another one, yellow one that I'm going to use for the vegetables. I also will try, I really love my knife, so I brought my knife. So I'm going to have two types of knives, one to cut the fish, seafood, and I'm going to use the other one if I need to cut the vegetables. But everything already pre-cut at home. Let me bring the fish so I can show you. I'll be right back. Okay. So welcome to, if you just join us, we're gonna make a ceviche. Ceviche is a name, in Spanish name, is the fresh fish marinated with lemon.
Claudia, could you move the camera just a little bit down so we could see more of the cutting board?
Oh, let me go this way. Is that better?
Oh, much better. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so what I was saying, and then history told us, mentioned ceviche is a word from the pre-Columbian times. I missed
that. Could you say it again, please?
Oh, I don't know if that's mine because I already cut it. Okay, so let me look into this, please.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
Okay, so, okay, sorry about that.
It's all good.
I think I have to. Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. Could you please repeat what you said?
All right. So let's go back. So as I mentioned, the word ceviche, so many historians mention that comes from the pre-Columbian, pre-Inca times. They left before the Spaniards arrived to South America, to Peru. So the stories mention that it was originated in the northern part of Lima, in a state what we call here Chiclayo, by sea level, and it was a word like ceviche. So that's part of how they speak over there. So going back to our current time, so I have here the rockfish that I'm gonna put. It's already washed, and it'll be good if you put a little bit of salt so they can dry a little bit. Not too much because we want to make our ceviche and we don't want that to get too salty. I had this is kind of like a half a pound of rockfish, fresh this morning. And this is the halibut. So,
Hey,
so
Claudia?
Yeah?
Sorry, a quick question. How much salt would you put on like each fillet?
Oh, just a sprinkle.
Okay.
You know, so you wash it and you, I dry with a paper towel, right? And then while you prepare the other stuff, you know, get ready, because I really like to have all my ingredients ready. So separated, you know, unfortunately the camera, we can't see. I can show you later in a second how.
Just a quick little sprinkle of salt.
Yeah, just a quick, yeah. So
Okay.
because it will help to dry.
Okay.
To absorb the water, you know, salt absorbs water. So what I want you is to find a fish. In Peru we have is similar like a sea bass or halibut, corvina. It's really good. And what you're gonna do is to, you know, cut kind of like a 1 inch, right? So you're going to cut kind of like types of little squares, right? 1 inch. So you go And you're gonna have this. And I don't know if somebody has any other questions while I cut the seafood here, the fish. So as you can see, the halibut is not spreading apart. There's other one. So I really like to work with tuna. I really like tuna, but you have to do the find the right piece of the tuna in order not to get you know, to although get all messy. So as you can see, I cut it, and it is a square. So I'm gonna try to put my seafood already cut in this bowl, right? So here, and then I'm gonna start now with the rockfish. Rockfish is a little bit easier. I notice when I make it. So usually we try to put several types or different types of fish and the ceviche mixto. If it's only ceviche, you only can have, you know, it's only one type of fish. So I can cut, for example, this rockfish, and it's not breaking apart. So that's what I really like. But you know, the halibut gives you all this, the color of the ceviche that usually is all white. So I am still cutting here, and this is the amount of food that I have here. It's enough for 4 servings, so it's like a half a pound, right? So, and I'm going to go now. This is really nice, the cutting. See here, see, I can cut and the fish doesn't go apart. So that's very nice. Another thing is that I'm going to reserve some part of the fish. That's what I do. You can't, it's up to you, but I'm going to have just big cuts of the last part of my fish, and I'm going to make what it is, the in Spanish we call leche de tigre, tiger milk. This is kind of like the juice with lemon that is going to, I'm going to show you because we're going to use the blender to you know, blend all the ingredients and then pour on top of our fish, and then we let them marinate for half an hour, right? So in Lima, we just go back to the beach to play in the ocean, and then an hour after, so we think, okay, so it is time now to go back, and it's nice to have a nice lunch overlooking the splash of the ocean. So I'm gonna know, and then here, as I mentioned earlier, we usually call, we use in Lima oyster. So here it's kind of difficult to find it kind of fresh. I tried 2 times during this week to get, and it didn't open. So what I read is it's fresh, the oyster one. Immediately, you know, you put a little bit into hot water, just like steam, and the oyster should open really nice. It's super fresh. So I skipped for that, but I got the clams, and we got here some shrimp, and we have also some baby scallops. So I already put this before I was coming here, kind of like a little bit of steam water, so they can be cooked, pre-cooked a little bit, just to make sure we don't, just for safety reasons. So this is going to be my garnish, along with this the fish that is raw. In the meantime, I'm going to change my glass because now I'm going to go into the vegetables and I'm going to use the yellow board with a different knife. And this fish is going to go into the blender that we have here. And you will see how to prepare this delicious combination of ingredients that will marinate your fresh seafood. So behind is the sink, and I'm going to now to remove my glass to get another one so I can use the blender. Has anybody had the opportunity to travel to South America? Because we have different types. In Ecuador, in Chile, they also prepare their seafood, but it's different. They have some variations.
We had some wonderful ceviche de trucha in Peru.
Oh, wow. Trucha is like a salmon. It's a river. It's a sweet, like a agua dulce, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, wow. That is nice. So, okay, so here we have the blender and I am going to get the fish here. Gonna put that, right? So here is a little bit, you don't need to do this, but that's how I saw my mom doing. Then I have a little bit of garlic, try one, I put maybe two, yeah. Little bit of ginger. So we have here celery. So I'm going to put here like 2 stacks of celery. And I have here my red onion. I'm going to cut it here. And I have here, I didn't find the Peruvian hot peppers. We call rocoto. I have a little bit of that was frozen. So I'm going to put a little bit of this. It's like a red bell pepper, but it's really spicy. So you have to take the seeds out. And it's not from Peru, but I'm going to, I find something that is spicy and I think the habanero, and I like the color, you know, orange. So I'm going to use all this here. So, and once I cut this, a piece of this, I will put in the blender and then with a little bit of water, so we can just blend and pour on our seafood that it is waiting. Sorry, not the blender. I have my lemon here. Okay, so let me put this aside. Right. I'll clean that later. And I think everything is waiting. I'm sure that at home, I wash my hands often actually, but it's better, the recommendations here to, you know, wear the gloves, although I'm not a chef, but okay. So now comes the how we can go with the, so here they put me this here. I have to go around, so I like to clean this section again a little bit. And I have here wipes already, just in case I have any products. That's what I like to do at home. So, so my section is totally clean. So, okay, now I move to the vegetables here. And we want to have the celery, sorry, the onion. kind of, we cut like a lengthwise, right? So, oh, but that's, I need to cut. Okay. So first of all, I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I just need to put some, like a small piece, depends, right? The onion into my blender, because we need to get the, to marinate the, and it's already pre-washed. My onion was already. So with the rest, and I have more. So with the rest of the onion, we're going to cut lengthwise, and I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to let it rest in water, so it's not too spicy. Or so I'm going to cut it here. So once you, because it's a raw onion, it's going to be cooked by the lemon, but so it's, if you can see, it's kind of like a, you know, lengthwise, and then we're just going to let it rest for a few minutes in the water here that we have this. So we just, because this is going to help us to decorate the ceviche later. So we just put a little bit of the onions.
You put it in water just to keep it fresh?
Keep it fresh, and also not too, because if you eat raw onion right away, it's kind of be a little bit spicy, you know, kind of not too strong, kind of like this. So if you get it a little bit in water, no salt, just water, so the intense flavor is a little bit less.
Okay, thanks.
Sure.
Okay. How did I make it this far in life and not know that?
That's what I do at home with my mom. Says I will ask him, so what do you put some water in that? So we're going to have, what, you want to make me drink the water? And my mom says, no, it's for, you know, we don't want the onion to be too strong to your palate. And you can do it with other type of food if you don't want the onion to be too strong in your palate. So just let it 5-10 minutes in water rest. And it's really, it's the same flavor, but less intense to your palate. Sometimes it's, ooh, you just ate onions, because that's the strong smell or flavor. Also with the apples, right? So you don't want apples to get dark, so you put it in water and a little bit of sugar, and it's okay. All right, so this is resting now. We're gonna put aside. And now this is kind of called a rocado. Be careful with that, it's really spicy. South of Lima, towards the mountain, they make they say stuffed rocado. So it is spicy, and they stuff with ground beef and cheese on top. So it's really very spicy but delicious. So I just go and kind of like the rocado 1/3. So because we're gonna blend it, so I'm gonna put it here. It's gonna be super spicy. And then be careful with the habanero. So you move that. Okay, so we don't want the seeds, and I'm gonna garnish also a little bit for the decoration. So I'm gonna put just a little bit, and then with the rest, I'm not gonna use all because it's really, really spicy. So if you can see, I'm just gonna cut really, really tiny, right, to decorate at the end my dish. So here you have a little bit of, you know, not too much. Okay. All right. So I think we have enough. All right.
Claudia, have you done this for the culinary students at the school?
Sorry?
Have you done this presentation for the culinary students?
No, this is our first time.
You should. It's really cool.
Oh, thank you. Doing this, we want, and that's the month of, you know, heritage culture, and diversity and inclusion department where I am a part of with Christy, Evelia, we thought about what we can do in our, so and I like to cook. It's one of my hobbies. So, yeah, so I can prepare a ceviche, something that is easy, fast, and we can do it. So here we are. So now we have the lemon. So again, we have the fish, we have the garlic, a little bit of ginger, onions, and the 2 spicy peppers. Now on this side, let me wash this. I really like yellow, the color. So, okay, so here we're gonna get in. Well, I like to press a little bit the lemon before. That's what I saw my mom. And we're just going to use my lemon press that I like, also yellow. Okay. I usually cook at home with the background of music, you know. So, and then we're gonna squeeze the lemon. We don't want the seeds there, no way, right? So you need to get here closer. And then we're gonna squeeze this next one. Some of my friends, they do see all the seeds there, so we don't want any seed here. Some of my friends, they mix the lemon with lime. That could be, I did it too, and it's a little bit more tingy. Okay, so I think there will be 2 more. And then I'm going to do 1 more. Now, if you think once you taste it, once it's done, the leche de tigre, the tiger milk, that is really, you take it kind of it's kind of a little bit like a shot before you ceviche. So it's really, really nice. But if you taste it, it's just, oh, too much lemon. So what you can do is to have a little bit of, we have like a beef or chicken bouillon. Also, we have fish stock, a little bit of that. So and then we have here, we have here our pepper and salt. And that's the salt. So I'm going to put a little bit, like 2 rounds. I think I did 3. A little bit, and this is salt. Okay, so here, that's my, yeah, that was pepper. Where's my salt? Tell me that salt was here. Okay, here. Just a little bit, because you have to take to the taste. Then we go here to the blender. Where's my cover? Here. I learned that this is a very professional blender. I don't have this at home. Okay, so I'm supposed to turn it on, and then we go, I don't know, that's what you should show me. And then we're going to blend everything. Okay. So I just wanted to show you, so you have Oh, it smells delicious. All the flavors just came out. It's really, really nice. So this, and if it's too thick, you add a little bit of the fish stock, and then you put it in a little, glass, like we call it shot, and you can drink it before you mix all with your with the seafood just waiting. Okay, let me just. Well, you maybe Evelia can mention something about this October, what we're doing, what other activities are doing. Let me please go to the other room and bring a bigger bowl so you can see how I will put all the seafood together with the blend here that we prepared. So give me please 30 seconds. And Velia, if we can talk about what else we're going to do with the diversity and inclusion during the month of October, we have really a good program for all of you. I'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today in this ceviche making class. I wish I was in the classroom because I don't get to taste this wonderful ceviche that Claudia is making. But as you can see in the chat too, I put the ingredient list. So if you want to make this later today, or your shopping list to make it later on, please do so. We're also recording it because I know that I need to watch things several times when I'm cooking. So, and we'll have that up on the Latinx program page, but you all can email me too if you'd like the link. And like Claudia was saying, we have obviously next Thursday with Freddie Vilches, we're going to do indigenous languages of Central America. We did more Guatemalan and the Nahua language a couple of weeks ago, and now this week we're moving on, and then we have a video discussion. So it's called In Canal, and it is an indigenous language, and we will have a discussion at the end of the month. You can watch it on Canopy through COCC, obviously if you have an account, or through the Deschutes Public Library beforehand, and then join the discussion on the 29th. So any questions so far or comments for Claudia? She's getting ready.
Yeah, I'm back. Not too, okay, and just one more thing that I remember. So I have here, sorry, through my glass. I have here cilantro. It's just a little bit to give that flavor into our blend that we're ready. You don't need to blend all what I did. There's two ways to do it in Lima. Some of them, they just squeeze the lemon on top of the fish, right? I do that because you can use, it's already pre-washed and dry. Just a little bit to give the hint. I forgot about that. And then we go back into for one more. So that was again, I'm not a chef. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is a very powerful blender. It has different intensities. Goes back. So now it's already a blend, and oh, flavor is so nice. Okay, so I'm gonna move a little bit this because now I need to clean that later. Then I'm gonna clean my table here. That's what they gave me. Okay. So here, And I got a bowl just in case too. Good. And then I'm gonna put the seafood because this is too small. So remember, it's the halibut and the rockfish. So here. And I'm gonna put also, I'm gonna remove the clams that I had here. It's already just kind of like a two minutes only on like steam, so they can open very nicely. So this is already cooked, but it's really nice for the decoration. And that's the shrimp and the baby scallops. So I'm gonna put it here, all this. So let's put this aside, right? So, and there here comes the plant here. So I'm gonna okay. This, we close this. I usually unplug things so I don't get, you know, with a mistake. So, and then you can see all your seafood, all the combined. So I'm gonna I have a, forgot my spoon. So I don't know if you can see. So that's the marinated. So we're gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna put it in the freezer while I start decorating the plate, the dish, so we can put this into our dish, and then voila, we can eat soon. Okay, so let me put this here. Well, it's marinated. I don't know if somebody has any other questions that I can answer. Pretty simple, right?
Well, this is a different topic, but in the past, I've read that you wrote a book about trauma for children.
Oh, yeah, yes. Well, I am a psychologist, and I work for this November. I'm going to turn 26 years working as a psychologist. Doing my degree is as a doctor in clinical psychology, and I work in Peru. Then I moved to Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area, where I work with the county mental health department, and then to the private sector, Kaiser Permanente. And then I had the opportunity to do individual individual therapy, group therapy, family therapy, multifamily therapy, but I'm specialized on trauma work. That's what. And then when I moved here like 3 years ago with my husband, I didn't know anybody. And I used that time to, before it started here at COCC teaching, to compile all the little experience that I have. And then, yeah, I had it's impressed. So now, not ready. Hopefully by December or January, we're going to have this book in English and in Spanish. It's just to regulate emotions when, especially kids, adolescents, they experience different type of trauma. And now that we all are under this pandemic, and they're affecting us in certain ways, right? So yeah, thank you for the comment. Yeah, I'm working on a workbook for. So we'll see. Hopefully we have that ready before the springtime. So.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because I had been unable to find it. And so I look forward to hearing more about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would love even to do a workshop about how to use that book.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so I'm going to get again and change the gloves because I'm going to bring the plate. Remember, you can go, for example, start like 10 o'clock if you want. You have a time, right? Your dish, and then go for a walk here, do something that really is enjoyable, and then you come back and your seafood will be marinated already and ready for you to enjoy with family members. So it, you know, with, well, not with friends, but because of the distance, physical distance. But yeah, so any other questions or comments for to me, to Avelia, about what other things will we do? I think also in our program at Diversity and Inclusion, we have the Native American program, and they are preparing our team members, Kelsey and Michelle. They're preparing the really exciting programs, activities during this month for students, for professors, for the community. So I will invite you to go to the website, right, Avelia? Something like that?
Yes, in November. And I'm also working on a Dia de los Muertos, maybe bread making workshop too. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, so let me bring something else.
Maybe Claudia decided the ceviche was too good, right?
So, okay, I think you can have like a very nice, you know, tray, you know, for, do you have a big gathering? So what we do is to have a very nice tray, and then we try to decorate. And then, because in Lima or in Peru, we really like, if I can say, to decorate our dish. So I think, remember the onions? So now I'll take the onions, the water away. So I have a blender, and okay. It's a little bit. I didn't find a smaller one. This is a culinary school, so everything is big and good. All right. So we have. I'm the only one here, but just I think we have enough seafood. As mentioned, leaf lettuce will be not much the what we use the lettuce for Caesar salad, because that's too hard. I love that lettuce, but for this will be kind of like the bottle lettuce, really easy to break, so you have to be very delicate. So and then about two, and then what I really like is the decoration. So here we start, and then I'm gonna bring the ingredients, how I'm going to decorate. Now we'll see if the seafood should be a little bit more of the time, but it's for you to look. So it's super cold, and this fridge is a different one. It's how they call, like a business type. The temperature really goes super fast and low. So they told me, Claudia, in a few minutes you will have your food, whatever you put, super cold without because the freezer is so you just see. And if I have like a little glass, so what we do is we have a little bit of the liquid here, and then you drink it before your ceviche. So now we go into the decoration. So I try to, not put much of the marinade. So really, you can see that the rockfish already changed the color, because the lemon it's cooking, already did its job to cook. Oh, also, if you want in Lima, it's not from the coast, but it also they call the kettle corn very big. They call cancha serrana. That's you put a little bit in a decoration, or sometimes they put you as like a little bit like an appetizer. So while you wait for your ceviche. So here's the shrimp. And okay, so let's see here. You know, a little bit more. Okay, we still have, look, for 2 more, like I said, this is for 4 people, kind of this. And then we go into the clams, and I am going to decorate here with the clams already cooked. Here, it depends, right? And then I have here, like I said, the onions, and I'm just gonna put kind of a little bit of the decoration. There's 2 together, so let's put. Here comes your artistic skills. You can put the onions the way how you want, like a star, because it's a starfish, like kind of this crossing, right? So here, so I have that. We have, I cut also really tiny, I chop celery, raw celery, and I'll put it. Well, it's better actually if you put it here, so it's also marinated. You know, it's better. So I think I forgot to do that. My bad. No, okay. So now the habanero, that's really, really spicy, so it's good. It's a little bit. Here. So that's 2, 3, this is already done. And we have big corn. We don't have here, but usually we have the big corn, so we decorate with the big corn. I had already the sweet potato cook earlier this morning, so we're gonna just put 1 here. Actually, the color of the sweet potato, the orange, a bright orange, especially now, fall, it's really nice. It's a very nice combination. So, okay, so let's see. We have 3, let's see. Okay, what else? And then, okay, the corn is here, corn. All right, so maybe we can put, yeah, maybe one. And then I have also cilantro. We use a lot of cilantro in Lima, Peru. So, and I chop it, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit. Okay. And I am going to use a little bit of the leche de tigre, tiger milk, and then just spread a little bit into, gonna kind of give a bath, a light bath to the clams, so they can have also that flavor when you eat the clams you take out of the shell, so they can come.
So Claudia, there was a question in the chat that said, do you ever marinate the shrimp, clams, and scallops?
Yes, it is here. I kind of pre-cooked home early this morning, just like a steam, like a 2-3 minutes with the clams so they can open, but also the shrimp and the scallops. Usually it's raw, but it has to be more time with marinated lemon. So here I just pre-cook it at home, and I brought it here, and I joined. If you saw me, I put the halibut, the rockfish, the shrimp. Oh, here. So the shrimp, the baby scallops, they are here, marinated. See? So all of those are. I'm just saying that I don't marinate the clams because it has the shell. So this is kind of the end. If you have an oyster, so you open your oyster, just only one, the other one you take it away, put it away, and then you just have kind of like you just show kind of the, if I don't know if I can do with this. So it's like you will do this with the oyster. So very gentle. You take the piece of the what I put this, okay, here. So, and you just pretend that this is your oyster, right? Can you see that? This is a clam, and then you just put it, so kind of like I'm doing right now, taking the clam, the top of the shell where the food is not in there. So kind of see here. So that's what we do. We take all the, this is already marinated, and now I go a little bit into, see, okay, a little bit in your corn. So when you have, and you use the corn actually as your knife, so just to dip. And here, oh, maybe I put it here. As you can see, so here we have our ceviche. So so we have the shrimp, the halibut, baby scallops, the clams, sweet potato, corn, and lettuce who's gonna decorate, and you can eat it. So you have your lunch for today. Enjoy. I don't know. And this is it. You're done with ceviche. So I don't know if you have any questions for me. And I really evaluate myself. Appreciate your time being with us, spending part of your Friday morning. You can go to the store and prepare your ceviche mixto that we usually eat that. And we're not doing it here, but in Lima, so we go, you come back and you joined this with the guys usually they eat this with beer. In I say Lima, but you go south like 2 hours and you find beautiful beaches over there. That's where I have my memory when I was a child and grew up. Yeah, driving 1 hour and a half south of Lima, and you found beautiful, beautiful beaches and little beach towns, and you have, after going for hours into surfing, come back, you have your ceviche, and if you're an adult, you have with a beer or white wine. I have it several times with orange juice when I was a child, but now it's with white wine. So thank you. I don't know if you have any questions. And here you have Velia.
Looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Claudia.
Looks so good.
Thank you. We really appreciate this.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. We have at the beginning difficulties with the technical issues, but hopefully we managed that. And thank you, Valia, for the support and handle all the organization and the chatting. So if I don't have any more questions, I'll stay here a little bit, talk with Valia, and then I have to leave everything clean. Enjoy your Friday.
Thank you.
Gracias, y que disfruten y que se animen a hacer un ceviche. All of you speak a little bit of Spanish or no?
No.
No?
De vez en cuando.
De vez en cuando. Okay, good. So time to time. Okay, and what about our other participants? No Spanish?
1 year of